Well. Let's listen to some Natalie, shall we?
Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's listen to some jazz and rhyme and have a cup of coffee. Let me show a little coffee house I know, where all the new bohemians go to have a cup of coffee. Greeting time, the music box is meeting time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So grab a chair and dig me there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing this silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee.
Mandarin cookies.
Hey, greeting time, that music box is beating time. It's good old-fashioned meeting time. So save me a chair, I'll see you there, 'cause that's just the place that I'm at. Coffee time, my dreamy friend, it's coffee time. Let's sing that silly little rhyme and have a cup of coffee. We'll have a cup of coffee, just a little bit of drama. Yeah, we'll have a cup of you know,
Oh yeah.
'cause it's coffee time.
Oh my gosh. Well, there was a party foul. Just dropped my bong, man. I just dropped my bong. Lordy, it's still hitting too, man. Can you imagine that? Hitting your water pipe and it still freaking didn't spill. Nothing like, well, it spilled a little bit, not much. I still can hit it. I still can puff out of my pipe, man. You know, I still can puff out of my pipe. Hope you guys are doing so well and totally hip and groovy on this Saturday morning. Early Saturday. Well, it's not early. I slept in. I slept in this morning. I certainly did. There we go. you know, you live in a small space. You can throw your garbage in the garbage can just right there. Easy, man. Oh yeah, I'm still smoking. Dropped to my freaking water pipe, man. Hope you guys are doing some January. Put some tunes in, man. They put some tunes in. There we go. Having a time waking up this I slept in this morning. I woke home and I was worried that I was not going to fall back to sleep in a proper manner, so I smoked a little nighttime stuff, went back to sleep. There we go. I was making sure we're still live here, man. Like, Some jazz music. You guys want some jazz music? Let's try and put some background stuff in. I'm having a hard time waking up. There we go. There we go. You ever had one of those mornings when you wake up and it feels like you can't like get motivated for anything? It feels like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm bumping into everything. My body's not waking up this morning. So just hanging out, puffing on some Mandarin cookies. I do believe it's supposed to be a sativa. It's a good sativa, but still a little bit of a hybrid. Oh, good morning, Eric. Baby Yoda, huh? Grogu. No, man, it's not Baby Yoda. It's Grogu, man. Good morning. Good morning, Grogu. Thanks for the Force, man. May your Jedi training make you stronger and stronger with the Force, man. Thanks for giving me a thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs down if you want. I don't care. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I guess I might make you a square, man. Good morning, Eric. Welcome aboard the old VW bus, Grogu. Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you, brother Eric. Yeah, that video, the Twister videos are definitely getting some definite views. And it seems like they're definitely getting some positive. Did I just knock out my screen? I think I did. I think I'm smoking screenless right now. Shoot. I wonder if it was getting a little bit harder than normal. But yeah, man, thanks for rewatching my Twister filming locations, man. I need to get to, one of these days, I will get to Waukita, finish those Twister filming locations. Well, so far, my New Year is most excellent. My Christmas was very groovy. I hope your Christmas was very groovy. I got to get some more coffee here. Some more coffee. Indeed. It's cool to see Grogu hanging out in the VW bus, man. You know, I don't know if you fine folks are familiar with the Mandalorian Star Wars stuff, but I sure am. I've been totally digging the Star Wars stuff. The Mandalorian series, yep, just what I thought, man. I didn't have a screen in there. Yes, I've been enjoying the Mandalorian series quite a bit. Looking forward for the third installment to come out. When I hang out with my friend Brandy, we do some watching of the television series on the Netflixes. I do. But I've yet to watch the Cobra Kai series. I have yet to watch that. I got some live. I got some live coffee, not coffee, but it's jazz. It's just like it's a live stream for jazz. I just happen to look down. I see people commenting on the live stream. I'm like blown away, man, by some people's comments. No, Twister's I think like 25 years old. Eric, I think it came out in 96. So it's like 24 or 25 years old. If I'm doing my mathematical skills correctamundo, it's something like that. So I've been dealing with a low budget head cold, a little bit of a head cold, sinus. Maybe I wanted to say maybe it's a sinus infection, maybe, but I haven't had any weirdness going on. So that's all I'm going to pass it off as, is just a little bit of a sinus infection going on in the past few days. That's why I decided I didn't want to go to Mom's this weekend, even though she's had all of her flu shots and her corona vaccinations and stuff like that. I stayed here just because, man. I just like to be safe, And I mean, I haven't experienced any fevers or anything like that, but I've had a headache, a little bit of a headache. Past couple days, been a little bit of congested, but I can taste, I can smell. So as long as that's all groovy, I'm cool. My mom's like, "Do you need to go get tested?" I'm like, "Hell no, I'm fine. If I stop, if my body feels like I've just keep getting down or something, and it hasn't, and if I start losing taste and shit like that, I will think about it. But I'm groovy, man. The worst thing I'm gonna get is the flu, and I don't want the flu. I haven't had the flu in quite a while. I don't need the flu." So this month, it was actually, I do believe the 6th of January, I have been living in this VW bus. I consider myself living the van life. I've always been living the van life since I've owned this, but I consider myself living full time in the VW bus since January of 2016. I don't know why the YouTube went down for that day. Speaking of, man, that's Google. Google's weird. Google's got some issues, man. The YouTube people who watch our streams and keep an eye on our shit are very weird, man. I've been flagged for the most strangest things. It's like, are you damn serious, man? I am not. I don't know. YouTube and Google, I don't know. Weird. I'm not going to get into it, man, because I damn sure don't want to get in a war with Google and get my channel taken away. Because to me, this is my form of documenting my life. You know how some people have like stacks of VCR tapes. They've documented their lives. This is like my VCR tape in a way. I just do YouTube so I can document my life. That's it. That is it, man. Someday I really do. I want to look back on all this and just enjoy the videos. And I'm starting to do that. Every once in a while, I'll go back and watch some of my older stuff that I put together, or just randomly pick out a Type 2 vlog, one of my daily vlogs I did for so many years, a couple years, so many days. And I just randomly pick up one, and it's very hard to watch, especially the ones with Ranger. And there's so many of them in there with Ranger. It's so hard to watch those. but that's why I do it. So I don't have any big plans for today. Like I said, I've been dealing with a little bit of a low budget head cold. Maybe it's a head cold. Maybe it's just sinuses. Maybe it's just, allergies. I don't know. But it's low budget enough that I'm just going to kind of be chill. I'm just going to be chill today. Stay in the bus, just kind of hang out. I want to hang out with my friend Brandy, but just to be on the safe side. You should be on the safe side, man. I don't know. Because when I first wake up in the morning, I feel bad. I just feel icky. And then it takes me a little bit to get motivated. This past third day in a row now. But then after I wake up and get some Tylenol in me and some coffee, I feel much better. I'm going to take us off the jazzy jazz live streams. And I'm going to put some, I played this the other day. I'm going to put some Ravi Shankar. It just, to me, it's really great stuff to listen to in the morning times, man. Some Ravi Shankar, but it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody.
It's a light classical melody, and first piece will be played in Dadra.
Man, it's amazing. This morning, it just seems I can't get my motor skills to work properly. I try to turn things on. I try to move my. It's weird. It seems like my motor skills are just not awake yet. Of course, this is some Ravi Shankar from the wonderful Monterey Pop Festival. I played it the other night at the beginning of Blunt Jams. I've been listening to a lot of Ravi in the morning times here lately. Especially it's been my go-to shower music. And so yeah, Stonered. Good morning, brother man. Hope you're doing so well. I'm totally hip and groovy every day, man. I would say fire one up, but I know you're taking a little bit of a cannabis break, but in honor of the Stonered, I will puff for the Stonered. Good morning, brother man. Oh yeah, grab me some coffee. If you got coffee, grab me some coffee, Stoner. I got me some sativa, so it's a hybrid. So it's not a true good morning sativa, but it's a sativa enough. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Is what I'm gonna do. Stoner's going downstairs. I gotta tuck this in here. This blanket here, this is actually a blanket over my curtains. And It's more security now. It's more just like, not security, but it's more privacy. It's more of a privacy curtain. Before, when I was living in the bus outside of a building in the elements, definitely that was just another way of insulating the bus. And I think about that a lot, my friends. I think about me being out in the bus, especially at the truck stops, many, many nights. I think about that, the cold nights, when it was in the teens. And here I am in this bus at a truck stop. And I think about that a lot. I'm very humble to be where I am at today. And I know I can make the decisions and the choices where I can live other than in the bus, but I don't. I like my lifestyle where I live. I do. I like the simplicity of my bus. Granted, I need to start doing some things to keep up on the maintenance of just the living style of the bus. But other than that, I like the simplicity of it. I do. Eventually in my life, I'm going to have to move into something other than the bus because of whatever happens in my life. I just know this. And it saddens me because it's like the van life, living in a van is not forever for me. As much as a big part of me wants it to be forever, it's not. So I enjoy these moments as much as I can. That's why I document as much as I can. Even though I'm not doing it daily, I document it with these live streams. I talk about it. I haven't got another generator yet, Stoner. I haven't felt the need for it yet. Even when we lost power for the 3 days here, when we had that ice storm come down and everything was frozen and solid for those 3 days, I didn't need it. I did not need it. I stayed warm. I had power with my little power inverter. I didn't need it. That kind of proved to me, certain things you don't need, but yes, a generator is a need for van life, but I made it through with my friend Brandy for 3 days. But no, to answer your question, I have not got me another generator yet because I have not felt the need for it. Now, under the circumstances of what's going on worldwide, especially here in our country, maybe it's a better idea to start having alternative forms of more suitable power. But at the same time, you got to think about what powers that power. Being a generator, it runs off of fossil fuel. Even though the new Honda generators have adapters where they can also run off of propane, but most of your generators out there run off of fossil fuel. Fossil fuel, combustible engines that run off of fossil fuels. I'm not talking about different alternative fuels. I'm talking about fossil fuels is on its way out. That type of technology is well over 100 years old, and we're still using that technology, and it's on its way out. And I think that is freaking a lot of people out, especially the people who and those type of corporations, for petroleum, for pumping, for drilling, for transportation. All those people are going to have to change jobs, especially the coal miners. I've been watching a lot of documentaries on how, like, in Kentucky, a lot of the families are like, they don't have jobs because for generations they've raised their families on being coal miners, and now they got a whole generation of kids that don't have a future because they were going to be coal miners. Hillbilly, sup, Hillbilly? Good morning. Good morning. Man, we got some Ravi. We got some Ravi just jamming out, man. Sorry, man. I had to turn up some Ravi. So yeah, man, it's crazy to think that here in the next, guaranteed in the next 5 years, things are gonna be a lot different than they are today. A lot different. This VW bus, I mean, if I want to drive this bus 10 years from now, and you got to think about it, I've owned this bus almost 21 years. It'll be 21 years this August. I've owned this bus 21 years. 21 years from now, it makes me think where this bus is going to be. It blows my freaking mind, man. It blows my mind. But I'm going to have to find ways, if I want to travel in this bus with alternative power. You know, it's not going to be a combustible engine. You know, more likely it's going to be an electric engine. It's going to have to be. You know, especially if you want to travel long distances in these things. Good stuff this morning. I can't believe I dropped this, man. Stonered. Hey, Ben from Liverpool. Good morning. Good evening. I guess it would be good evening over in your neck of the woods. Or good afternoon, maybe. Good afternoon. Welcome aboard my VW bus, my home. Been my home full-time 5 years. I've been caretaker of this bus 21 years now, going on 21 years. It's been a cool minute. Welcome aboard the VW bus, man. I'm having a little coffee and some sativa to wake up to because I'm just waking up. Got my vape pen going on, and it has a nice tangy sativa in it, but I haven't really been puffing on it. And I just found out that these things aren't very popular over in Europe. The THC vape pens are just not as popular over there. It's crazy, but you know that's cultures. You know that's why we live on the planet Earth, man. We have a diverse, unique cultures living on this planet, and that's the way it's supposed to be, man. Like that's what I dig about this planet. We got some Ravi just jamming out. Of course, this is Ravi Shankar from the International Monterey Pop Festival, summer of 1967. Right now, currently, I'm puffing on this stuff called Mandarin cookies. Has a nice taste to it. Far out. You're the second person here that was talking about the Twister filming locations. I need to get to Waukita. and finish those Twister filming locations, I actually met out of an online group of different movie filming location buffs. I met a gentleman in Oklahoma that's done some just pictures of different filming locations of Twister that I didn't know about, that I would really like to get to know and hang out with. But I need to finish those, man. I need to finish the Waukeeta one. I need to get to Waukeeta when the museum opens this spring and finish that. It was a big part of my life when I was a kid, even though it was just a small time that they were in Oklahoma filming it. But it was a big memory in my life. I tell you that. A big memory. Especially getting to pick up, Philip Seymour Hoffman, not even knowing who he really was at the time. He wasn't even nobody when I gave him a ride to work, from his little apartment there to the location, which was the hotel there in Ponca City, where they picked up everybody and took them on out to the filming location. But it's a crazy memory. It is. And I think I am the first person to actually put those filming locations out online. I think I am the first person. So it's pretty cool. And I don't know. To me, it was just another way of documenting my life in the bus, and documenting my story about how Twister came to Ponca City and filmed and whatnot. And if you lived in Ponca City, Oklahoma at the time, I'm pretty sure there wasn't any aspect of the movie that kind of impacted your life, seeing somebody or something, having somebody that worked out on the set, because there were so many jobs, so many people worked out there. There were so many after parties. Like, it was amazing because the people I hung out with, their parents went to these parties that were put on by the cast and the crew of Twister. And I would hear stories about these parties, and this is Hollywood folk, so they're used to those, wild parties and stuff, man. It's fun though. It's neat to see how many people have watched those videos on Twister, and they're so, I am no editor, like no professional YouTuber beyond any means, and I don't claim to be. And when I watch those, it's like they're definitely not like any professional editing job from other people, but to me, it was a lot of work to me, and I enjoy it, and then it's like, it's fun to watch. For me, it is. Those are the ones I go back and watch quite a bit. I do, because they're just fun to watch. I'm very surprised none of those have been copyrighted or striked by YouTube. I get so many weird strikes from YouTube, and they're not strikes, they're slaps in the wrists. For some reason, my Blunt Jams the other night got removed from YouTube for nudity. How in the hell that happened, I don't know. So you guys tell me on Blunt Jams, was I that stoned the other night on Blunt Jams? Was I doing Blunt Jams in the nude? I wasn't that. I know I smoke some reefer sometimes, but but anywho, yeah. So yeah, they took my thing off, my Blunt Jams off from the other night. So I have to go and fight it and be like, hey, what the hell, man? Show me what's so nudity about Blunt Jams. I don't know. I don't get it. I do not get and I'm not gonna be like making a stink about it. I'm definitely not gonna make videos about it because the powers that be will shut you down, as much as I am all about freedom of speech and our own, rights as earthlings, human beings on this freaking planet, we have You know, we are the people of this planet. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. People of the planet. But I'm not going to raise my voice, my opinion, because, like I said, I do YouTube to document my life in the bus. So when I'm old and dying of old age, I can go back and watch anything I want through this time period of my life that I was living in a VW bus. It blows my mind. 5 years. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. I mean, they're just simple videos. If I remember right, I was using the editing software that YouTube gave me at the time, because at one time YouTube had its own editing software that you could choose from, and it was pretty user friendly, I thought. And that's what I used. And then they got rid of it. I think they got rid of it because they definitely want to control how people were putting out content. I think they wanted more of a professionalism in there. I don't know. And it lasted me coffee though. That's the lasting me coffee. I think I know the guy you're talking about, Dobson. I think it was him and his wife that came over and did that. And I'm pretty sure if it's the same people, they contacted me and asked me a few questions about that. And it's like, to me, it's hard to, put GPS coordinates on these locations. Like, I can give you written directions like they used to, to get to these places. But yeah. That. I've watched some of his videos, man, and I need to finish his series. I know who you're talking about. My life, is very busy. Once I work Monday through Friday. Once I'm done at work, either I'm doing something here. This past few days, since I've been dealing with a little bit of a head cold, I've just been coming home and just chilling in the bus. I've actually been watching a lot of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood filming locations here lately. I've been all about that. I'm not a Tarantino fan. I'm not the biggest Tarantino fan. But the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood it really turned my head. He did a hell of a good job in it. I love the way he took a spinoff on the Manson family's Manson murders, as they call them. It really made a nice, touching, and it's a groovy movie to me, because that's just, that's the type of era I'm all about. Man, I gotta put some creamer. It's a little too coffee-ish. I gotta put some creamer in, man. One of these days, one of these years, I will make it to Europe. That's one of my bucket lists. Obviously, I would love to take my VW bus over to Europe and just travel, because it's much more easier to be like nomadic around Europe. They're more cool about van life in Europe than they here are in America. There's a lot of rules and regulations when it comes to overnight camping in places. You gotta basically find like state parks out in the middle of nowheresvilles. You want to do that, but I would love to come to Europe, check out all kinds of things. I would love to check out all the World War II a lot of the World War II battle places. You know, I'm not about war, but I'm about history. I'm a big history buff. You know, I'm about true history and what truly took place. You know, not about legendary history. You know, hearsay, naysay history. You know, you dig deep. You know, you'll learn the true history about our planet. You know, it's written between the lines, man. It is. It's written between the lines. So, all right, that's much better. But I will make it to Europe someday. I want to travel through Switzerland. I want to travel through. I mean, I want to go through like, you know, all the way through like Africa. I mean, that whole continent over there, man. You know, our planet has so much history, and now here in the future, people will consider this the future. You got to realize this, my friends. People looking back, well, definitely way back, you know, in the past, would be like, in 2021, what's going on? Hell no, that's no future for me. That's what they would say. But you know, you cannot change the past. You cannot change the past, but you definitely can change your future. That's one thing I have learned through my life is, you know, our future is definitely not written in stone, man. I think it was Doc Brown that said that. Back to the Future Part 3. You know, it's been a while since I've played this little Jammy Jam. This little Jammy Jam. This is from a great. I'm a Beatles fan. I don't know if you guys are a Beatles fan. I'm a big Beatles fan. Here a few years ago, they did a movie. Took like a lot of the music from the Beatles, mostly the White Album, you know, but took different snippets from the different albums of the Beatles and basically turned it into a long musical. And the name of that musical is obviously from one of their Across the Universe. So here he is from Across the Universe, the song Let It Be, man. I haven't played this in quite a while. I played this quite a bit when the coronavirus hit. It was freaking everybody out. And it got me through quite a bit of weirdness. But I really dig this jam.
Trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in this world agree, there will be an answer. Let it be.
Oh, you know I would, man. I want to visit all that. I want to visit like where Pink Floyd got started. I'm a big Pink Floyd fan as well. You know, there's so much I want to say, but yes, I would love to see Abbey Roads, you know, the studios.
Let it be. 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 Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be.
Such a great little Jammy Jam, man. yes, there is so much I want to see in Europe. It's amazing. And for anybody now to travel around this great planet of ours is almost next to impossible. It sucks, man. It freaking sucks. Especially in the time of this so-called pandemic, man. It sucks even worse. Oh man. Oh yeah. That's one of my favorite albums as well. Pink Floyd Live in Pompeii. Yeah. I had the whole album, and it was like, and then I had a DVD. I had the DVD, or back at the time it was VHS, but I went and bought the bootleg DVD and the bootleg album. And see, David Gilmour went back to Pompeii in 2016. Now, anything you pull up now for Pompeii, it's his Pompeii stuff from back then in 2016. And it's hard to find the old Pompeii stuff, man. Man, Stoner, yeah, speaking of 2020, a lot of shit got canceled. This year, the most thing I'm looking forward now, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. I'm looking forward for concerts to come back, but I'm looking forward to the movie Ghostbusters Afterlife. I really, 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 really am. That's another thing I've been doing quite a bit lately is I've been digging into Ghostbusters Afterlife because during this pandemic, Hollywood, the folks at Hollywood had nothing to do but watch their own freaking movies. And Ghostbusters Afterlife went out amongst the Hollywood elites, but with terms and conditions that they cannot speak about the movie. That's the funny thing about Hollywood is they see a lot of movies that don't come out, but they have their own little clique or some shit like that but yeah, the movie's been watched a few times. And it's been finished. It's fully finished. To where it's going to be what it's going to be when we see it in the movies, but the whole storyline blows my head away. Like it takes place in Oklahoma. I don't know. A lot of people don't realize that, but it takes place in a fictional. It don't exist. It's called Summerville, Oklahoma, and it don't exist, man. They filmed the whole movie in somewhere up in British Saskatchewan, I think, somewhere up by Saskatchewan, Canada. So different, man. But the whole storyline blows my mind, guys. Like, it really fits in nicely to the original two Ghostbusters storylines. And it's like, wow. I think they did a pretty darn good job, man. I'm excited to actually see it instead of because I read it like it was like a book format. So I was like, that's pretty cool. What they did. It's very sad to know that Harold Ramis actually is not a part of it actually in it, but he's in it. He's actually in it, but how they're doing with all the other movies where actors are not there, CGI and all that weirdness, but he's in it. Oh yeah, man. Well, that's the old Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. That was last year when it was supposed to come in. That was first originally released to come out last May, and then they set it back to June, and then they're like, nope, we're just gonna wait to 2021. So everybody's waiting for the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer to come out. So, I definitely am. But yeah, man, it's super. It's the whole movie. I'm excited to actually see it. You know, the way it sounds, it's pretty cool, man. Obviously, it's set up to to at least spin off a whole series of reboots, probably, probably of with the same storylines and stuff. But it's gonna have a lot of. It's gonna at least have a couple. If it is popular as I think it's gonna be, it's gonna have at least a couple sequels after this one. The unfortunate part, man, is I was really sad, and as everybody else is, Harold or Rick Moranis is not in it. I figured he would have changed his mind and they would have put him in it somewhere. And there's still time. This thing don't come out for a few more months, so there's still time to throw Rick Moranis in it. But yeah, I was definitely disappointed he's not in it. I never seen the reboot with the female cast. Just never did, because I'm such a Ghostbusters fan, and when it came out, everybody gave it such a harsh criticism to it that it just kind of gave me a bad taste to watch it. That it just, I have not watched it yet, and I've heard really good things about it, and I understand that most of the cast from the original makes a quick appearance in it, but not as themselves. But I'm just not a fan of people kind of ruining the taste of something before somebody tastes it, man. It's like, what if you like chocolate fucking cake, man, and you never had fucking chocolate cake in your life, and everybody's like, fuck chocolate cake, man, that shit tastes, that makes you, and you're like, what the hell? And you finally take a taste of chocolate cake and you freak out. Nah, man. So yeah, I'm excited to see the new Ghostbusters coming out in a few months, so long as our weird world keeps, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna get into our talk about no weirdness, man, but I'm excited to see it, man. It's sad to see all the here in Oklahoma, we have a big chain of movie theaters. They're called Warner, and it's nothing to do with the Warner Studios. It's a whole nother guy, but there's these big movie theaters that they built. One of them they just built right before the pandemic hit, and these movie theaters, they have wonderful sound, wonderful seating, where it's like they're almost like lazy boy chairs. And then so now it's like some of the AMC theaters are open, but some theaters are not. I'm looking forward to a lot of shit opening up, that's for sure. Man, that's good. I mean, mandarin cookies is what I'm puffing on. I like I said, I wouldn't classify it as a true sativa, but it's pretty good. Probably like an 80-20. 80% sativa, 20% indica. It has a little bit of indica in it. You can tell I'm just a little couch locked, a little Chinese eyed. I definitely don't want to smoke this before I go to work if I had to go to work. Here's some Ram Jam for you.
Whoa, Black Betty, family lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, family lamb. Black Betty had a child. Family lamb, the damn thing gone wild. Family lamb said a word, not a mind. Family lamb, the damn thing gone blind. Family lamb said, oh, Black Betty, family lamb. Whoa, Black Betty, family lamb. Black Betty, bam lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb, she really gets me high. Bam lamb, you know that's no lie. Bam lamb, she's so rock steady. Bam lamb, and she's always ready. Bam lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam lamb, whoa, Black Betty, bam
Man, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I just miss real good movies, man. The theater. So my Saturday is just chill. I just be chilling for the rest of the day. I don't know if I'll get out much. I need to go get some things at the store. I need some bread and things like that, but my mom thinks I need to go get cold medicine. I have not yet needed cold medicine because my body has not felt like I was getting worse every day. It's just the same, man. I have the stuffed up, head, a little bit of a headache, and then after I take Tylenol and wake up, it kind of subsides. I mean, I'm not getting worse, My body's fighting whatever it is. I think it really is a semi-sinus infection, or AKA a low budget deal. The mom thinks I need to go buy some Tylenol or some cold medicine. I'm like, no, man, I don't need it. I start taking cold medicine, my body will definitely go into going into pause mode, for head cold mode. No, man, I'm groovy. And it just might be because we've had high wind conditions the past 3 days. Nez, what's up, Nez? I'm gonna take a puff for Nez. Everybody who's puffing, puff, puff, puff for Nez. Take a puff for Nez, man. There you go, a puff for Nez, man. I'm groovy, man. Like, that's why I didn't go to my mother's this weekend. She just, I'm groovy, man. I'm just making sure. Yeah, it's some good stuff. I definitely wouldn't want, like I said, to smoke on this before work. That would be definitely no good before work. I got this the other day, and yesterday morning, I smoked the last of my sativa, which was Super Silver Haze. I smoked the last of that, and I knew Saturday morning I wouldn't need like a strong sativa to wake up to, because if I wanted something strong sativa, I'll just hit this. This is just Tangy, sour Tangy, and it's a good sativa. It's great to wake up to. So, no bad, man. All right. I'm gonna take you guys to Venice Beach. You guys gonna hang out in Venice Beach for a minute, man? This is a Venice Beach band, man. That's hard to say too. Venice Beach band, man. Say that 3 times. Venice Beach band, man. Here you go. Here's the Doors.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the bar.
Cheers.
Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die. Oh, moon,
Don't ask why, man.
Must say goodbye. We're lost. I'll get out. More. I must have whiskey on the wine. Oh, moon, I'll must say goodbye. We lost. I'll get out. I must have whiskey in a while. Yeah. Well, show me the way to the next little girl. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next little girl. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next little girl, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Man, I've been listening to some lately, and and the reason is this is what's weird. You know how YouTube, they're weird about their algorithms, and they'll just throw out the weirdest videos and weirdest shit for you to watch. All of a sudden, my algorithm list is throwing out Jim Morrison stuff. You know, like stuff about his grave and just different things. And so I've been listening to some Doors again here, quite a bit of Doors lately. I just thought it was weird how all of a sudden, just out of the blue, you know, your algorithms just starts throwing shit out there. It's like, oh well, I think you should just listen to some Doors here. You haven't listened to the Doors in a while, so here's some fucking Doors. And that's what my algorithms do. It's weird stuff, man. I don't know. I don't know. Technology is different, man, today than it has been ever. And I'm not going to get into how technology works. All right. Here's an oldie but goodie. Little Temptations, man. Fucking somebody gave me a copyright strike, man. Somebody gave me a copyright, or not a copyright strike, but somebody striked my Blunt Jams for nudity. I don't know. There's fucktards who do weird shit like that. You know, who like to watch, like they get off on fucking reporting people for weird shit. So now I gotta fight to get my Blunt Jams back on. You know, who knows, man? People's got weird fuckers who watch their fucking shit, and they, I don't know. But I'm listening to some Temptations, man.
But it was just my imagination running away with me.
Thank you, Dobson Adventures. Be safe, man.
This couldn't be a dream or to be your but it was just my imagination once again running away with me. Tell you it was just my imagination running away. Every night on my knees I pray, dear Lord, hear my plea. Don't ever let another take her love from me, or I will surely die. Heavenly, when our arms enfold me, I hear a tender rhapsody.
I don't know, man. Something about the Temptations, yo.
Once again, running away with me. Oh, tell you it was just my imagination. Running away. Oh, just my imagination. Running away with me.
Such a groovy tune. You guys have a most excellent Sunday. Have a safe weekend, my friends. Keep yourselves positive. I know there's weird stuff out there. Stuff is weird. But you gotta stay positive. Keep yourself healthy. I'm fighting a low budget deal, man. So I'm staying as positive as I can. And just stay grateful for every single freaking moment we have, because that's all we have. Are these moments that we're alive. You know, it's just billionths of a billionth of a billionth of a billionth of a second with nano shit firing up and down our spinal cord. That's what they call consciousness. So it's only happening this second, this moment. So be grateful for it. I'll see you next Thursday if the universe allows it for Blunt Jams. 8:15 on the PM here in my neck of the woods, Midwest Central Time Zone. 6:15 PM on the West Coast. 9:15 PM on the East Coast, and everything else in between, man. Peace, love, and Volkswagen Grease. The vlogcast is now over.